All right, friends, it is Green Thumb Thursday, where we give you the tips and tricks you need to help your gardens flourish. And one of the biggest indications that we've entered the fall season is the falling leaves.
Oh yeah, that's right. So while you may be figuring out whether to remove them or to keep them, there are actually some ways that you can put them to use. So we are joined right now by Carol and Rander Isherwood, the founders of Gardeners Outpost in Columbia, to talk about some garden bed preps, right? So let's go ahead and talk about, we got the leaves here, right? So these are the leaves you guys picked out? Like,
Yeah, we brought some leaves with us today.
Okay.
And as the leaves are they're falling, and it's like free nutrients coming from the sky. You take those leaves, and in order to clear them out of your yard, what you want to do is just like push them gently into your perennial beds. You can use a blower or a rake. It doesn't really matter too much. You just blow them over into your beds, and you preferably don't mulch them.
Okay.
If possible. So you push them all over there. If they start blowing around the yard again, you can mulch a few and just kind of top dress, or put some like pine straw on top to keep them in place. That way you don't have to go every couple hours and blow them back.
That's what I kept saying. I keep always trying to push them out of the way and stuff like that. So this is a good way to kind of keep them in place while also helping, just kind of helping the environment as well, right?
Right, because there's the beneficial bugs on the actual leaf matter. So you want to...
They're living in there during the winter times. They're sleeping in there. And
like lace wings are actually attached to the edges of the leaves.
So we don't want to disturb their homes.
Right, exactly.
Right. Because we want them in the spring.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because we need them to help the spring gardens flourish, right?
Right. Because if we don't have the beneficial insects, then we're gonna have all the bad bugs come out in the springtime, and there's gonna be no predators.
So let's just put this to rest. We were talking about this in the commercial break. Y'all, I've heard so many times on social media. So like, let's say folks don't have like a garden or whatever. They just want to get the leaves out. Like, don't rake the yard because it's horrible for you. And then I've heard, yes, you need to rake the yard. What? Okay, let's put this to rest. What do we do?
So you leave them where you can. It has to work for you. You don't want them on your house, right? All over your yard doesn't work. Sometimes it's too much for your plants, right? So you leave them where you can, and then use gentle practices like what Randall was saying.
Use best practices to kind of
blow them,
keep them in place and whatnot. The worst thing that we can do actually is like put them in plastic bags and put them on the street. That's the worst.
Don't do that.
Really?
That's what you want to avoid.
Why?
Because then those plastic bags get picked up, they get taken to the city, they compost them, but the plastic bags are still there.
Okay.
And you mentioned the
nutrients. You just took all your bugs, all your beneficial bugs, and threw them away.
Yeah, and all the nutrients that are in the leaves that feed your yard later on, you're shipping them off. So then you have to go and you have to get more nutrients to feed the yards.
I'm so glad we can put this to rest.
Yeah.
We now know. Don't be out here breaking up all your leaves and putting them in trash bags. That is not the best way to go. And we got to protect our bugs. Are there any on this one?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, let me put this back now. All right.
It's like, let's go ahead and move these back.
We're going to put these back. All right. All right, friends. Well, thank you so much. Now, if our folks want to learn more about Gardeners Outpost, where can they do that?
You can go to our website. We're on social media, Gardeners Outpost, Gardeners_Outpost on Instagram.
Right.
Yep.
Love
and there's a great article by Jenks Farmer on his website, Leave the Leaves Unless It Doesn't Jive. So that's a good resource as well.
That's another good resource.
I can rock with that title. I love
like
that so much. Well, friends, thank you so much for joining us. Also, we got to give you guys a shout out because you help with the upkeep of Gandy's garden.
We do.
Yes.
Yep.
Look at these. Look at these green thumb experts right here.